Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Coffee with Katie. I have my Valkyrie mug today from Fable Coffee. So I'm gonna be real with you. I'm kind of going through something right now, and so my motivation has been really low for extra things. And today is just going to be going over a little bit of a book haul of just some books that I've gotten recently. It's not a huge book haul, and I'm also currently going through my bookshelves and unhauling, so I will do an unhauling video here soon. But the creative juices have not been flowing, so I just ask for your grace a little bit, and I'm trying. But let's just get into it. So the first book that I have here that I got recently is a pre-order, and it's A Letter to the Luminous Deep by Sylvie Cathrall. And this is a Fairy Loot edition. It's very, very pretty. Got some nice foiling. I don't really remember what this was about, but I remember being curious about it. So the inside says, a charming fantasy set in an underwater world with magical academia and a heartwarming pen pal romance perfect for fans of A Marvelous Light and Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, which I'm a fan of an Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. So I think this will actually be really cute and magical. So I am glad that I picked this up, and hopefully I can get to it soon. The next one that I have that I've already talked about this on my channel is Dreadful by Caitlin Rozakis. This is just like the Barnes & Noble edition. I really love this. I'm really glad I have it. And it's a pretty cool edition for just being a Barnes & Noble book, so love this. In this one, you're following a man who wakes up with no memories, and he finds out, well, he wakes up in a Dark Lord's castle, and he finds out that he is in fact the Dark Lord, but he has no memory of that, or who he is, or who he used to be, or why he's a Dark Lord, or why he has a princess in the dungeon. So it's a really interesting story. It's funny. It's like really on the light humorous side, even though there's some darker elements. There's also a lot of good commentary about memory and who you are as a person. So I really, really loved this. The next one is also a pre-order, and it's one I've been waiting for quite a while, and that is Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands. This is the Fairy Loot edition. I really like the Fairy Loot editions of these books, and I've already read this, but pre-ordered it because I love it. And it's just really cute. It's a really good book. I've already talked about it. You already know what it is, I'm sure. Moving on. The next one is also a Fairy Loot pre-order, and that was Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. This is book 2 in the Divine Rival series. I think it's the Letters of Enchantment duology, actually. I've already read this. I really enjoyed Divine Rivals. This one I also enjoyed, but not as much, but I'm glad to have this edition. I've already talked about it on my channel. Yep. Look at that naked hardcover, so pretty. This next one, I don't know how to say it, and that embarrasses me a little, but anyway, the German Book Box did a special edition of Once Upon a Broken Heart, and they also did this one, The Ballad of Never After. Look at those edges. It's just so cool. I probably should have opened this already, but I haven't. They do this like really pretty stained glass situation on these, and I love Stephanie Garber's books, you know this, so I got this, and it is beautiful. No regrets. This one I got was also a second book in a series from Fairy Loot, and that is The Hemlock Queen by Hannah Whitten. I have not read this yet. I didn't love The Nightshade King, or The Foxglove King. The Foxglove King. But I'm curious to see how the story goes. We'll see if I end up enjoying this. If not, I'm probably gonna stop reading it. Which is a shame, because I really liked For the Wolf, and then I feel like the other books of Hannah Whitten's have kind of not been as much of a hit for me, but curious about this. The first one, you're following somebody who can basically bring people back to life, back from the dead, or control. It's kind of like necromancy, can control them. And it's forbidden, and when she finds out, and when they find out she has this power, she's kind of taken into this like royalty situation where there's a lot of political plots, and there's a lot of different sides of the issue. And this is the second book. Yep. And then I also got another sequel, and that is The Curse of Sates by Kat Dramas. The first one, I don't remember what the first one is called, but I had the first one, so I got the second one. I think it's The Curse of Saints. I can't for the life of me remember what that book is about. My goodness. But I got this in case I like the first one. I also got the Lit Joy Crate editions of the Six of Crows duology. So I will get them out, but it's kind of hard to show you. They also sent me replacement dust jackets that I haven't put on them yet because the foiling just got kind of beat up. But it's these really pretty editions of Six of Crows. Like, just look at those edges. And there's a lot of foiling on them, but the foiling's messed up, which is why they sent everybody replacement jackets. But it's just really cool editions of them. I also pre-ordered the Grisha trilogy and the King of Scars from these editions, but they're just really cool. I love how much it's like about cards and stuff. It's just so cool. So yeah, we got these. You all know what Six of Crows is, and we've talked about it here before. And then we have a fairy loot book that I've unboxed, but I don't think I put up the unboxing yet, and that is Nectar of the Wicked by Ella Fields. Very pretty, but since I did an unboxing, we're not going to talk about this. I also did an unboxing for the next Loch Lamora book by Scott Lynch, but I will show you the cover and the edges. Very pretty. This is the Republic of Thieves. Also got in my Waterstones edition of When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. This like came back in stock and it's kind of beat up. The cover kind of got really damaged, but I decided to keep it anyway. But look at those edges. Dragons. We love it. I did start this on my flight to Germany, but I have not finished it yet. It is on the docket, but my reading has been really poor recently. Like I said, I've been going through some things, and so I've been reading some nonfiction. I'm hoping to get to this at some point though, but the cover is beautiful, the edges are beautiful. When I started it, I really was enjoying the story, but I just have had a lot going on. You're following a woman who is kind of in this like underground world, and she kills people for money, but she also can't get caught doing it. And you're living in a world that was magical and there were dragons, but then they all, for some reason, went into the sky and became stars, basically. So they just like crystallize in a ball, but you see them all over the sky, and they're called moons. And so it's When the Moon Hatched. So I'm assuming there's going to be a dragon that's going to hatch. More Stephanie Garber books. We got these for a pretty good price, and these are international editions of these books, and I just thought they were really cool. So I have the Once Upon a Broken Heart paperback, The Ballad of Never After, and A Curse for True Love. These are just so cute and pretty and beautiful and go into my Stephanie Garber collection. I'm trying to work on it. I have a lot of books over there I'm unhauling, okay? And then I got these because I was missing the third and the fourth book, and that is the Kings of Avalere series, book 3 and 4. The third one being The Ruthless Fae King by Leah Stone. I have the first two, clearly. And I also got the Forbidden Wolf King by Leah Stone. Don't really know anything about them other than they're in this series, and the first one is called The Last Dragon King, which was intriguing to me. And they're pretty short. I also got Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about this, and I found it at Barnes & Noble, and so we just grabbed it. This is the Kindred's Curse Saga book 1, but like I said, I've heard people raving about it. I feel like it's blowing up. I feel like it's extremely popular, and people are not saying it's like ACOTAR, but kind of. It's just like on the same level of hype. It seems like it's getting to that point, even though it's an indie book. So I'm curious. I don't really know anything about it. It said, when old secrets catch fire, everything will burn. An immortal world colonized by the gods and ruled over by the Descended, their cruel magic-wielding offspring, Diem Bellator yearns to escape the insular life of her poor village. Mother's sudden disappearance and the discovery of a dangerous secret about her past offer Diem unexpected opportunity to enter the dark world of the Descended royalty and unlock the web of mysteries her mother left behind. With the dying king's handsome, mysterious heir watching her every move and a ruthless rebel alliance recruiting her to join the growing civil war, Diem will have to navigate the unwritten rules of love, power, and politics in order to save her family and all of mortal kind. Hopefully it's great. And then while I was in Germany, of course, I went to the bookstores, and in general, I was just kind of like looking around to see what I could find, but I did have these that I really wanted to get, and I ended up getting them, which was great. And even though I cannot read them, that's okay, because I'm probably going to listen to them on audiobook, and I've read one of them already. But I got the German editions of the Aurelian Cycle by Rosaria Munda. So this is the first one, Fireborn. And the cool thing about these German editions is they're a special edition, so they have these beautiful edges that all line up. Look at it, it's a dragon. So we have Fireborn, Flamefall, and Fury Storm. They're just so cool. And when you line them all up, even though it's all different colors, it looks like this. It's so cool. I love that. So this was my like German souvenir that I got. I also got in my pre-order of the Demon Prince by Emma Hamm. This is the 7 Deadly Demons series, and this is the next installment. I haven't read any of them yet, but I do plan to read them soon. And this one's about a vampire, and the deadly sin for this one is gluttony, I believe. Yeah, gluttony. There you go. I also got the Fairlight edition. This was in an unboxing of Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shields. And I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't super intrigued by this to begin with. So I'm not sure if I wanna keep it, but it could be cute. I already did an unboxing for this, so I'm not gonna stay on this too long, but I do really appreciate the cover and the edges. They're very pretty. And then I got the last Scott Lynch book, or maybe that Republic of Thieves is the 3rd book. Anyway, I also have Red Seas Under Skies by Scott Lynch. Probably did an unboxing of this already, broken binding editions. Very pretty, very great. I also got the Bookish Box sequel of one of the other books that I have, and this one is To Ashes and Dust by Luna Laurier. I think the first one is Of Shadow and Moonlight, so this is just the 2nd book. And then this next one I was finally able to get my hands on and shipped to me, and I had to pay for shipping that was very expensive, but to get these was insane. So I finally was able to, and that is the deluxe editions of the Hunger Games series. So we have the Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay, and Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. These are amazing editions. They're absolutely stunning, beautiful, amazing, fantastic. I hope they do an edition to match with her new book that's coming out, because if not, this is going to be devastating. But I've been trying to find these for a while, and I finally did. And I'm glad I have them. Those are all the books that I have had sitting here for a few months, so that is all to go over with you today. And then, like I said, there will be an unhaul video coming where I'm trying to kind of get rid of things that have just been on my shelf for too long, or that I just don't have any interest for. Even if I got it recently and I just don't have any interest to read it, I've been kind of trying to be a lot more ruthless and sizing down with my personal belongings in my life, because that's important for everyone to like really evaluate what you need and what you want. And I'm definitely trying to downsize and get rid of more stuff and just be more conscious of that. So that is coming. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, but as for now, that is it for today's video. Please like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you next time. Stay safe and caffeinated. Bye.